cheese. One doctor has called cheese dairy crack, and it's because here's the science.
I can't hold the camera out. This is why I don't film myself ever, because I look like an idiot and my filming's terrible.
I needed a little break after a hard week of school. So, my dad and I made the 1-hour drive to the Denver Museum of Nature and Science. It was an obvious choice, really. I've been going to this museum for about as long as I can remember, since a 1-hour car ride felt like a veritable eternity. It was a crisp and sunny morning. Long's Peak was capped with snow. We were listening to Wait Wait, Don't Tell Me on the car radio. All the things that tell you today's going to be a good day. Except for the traffic, which was pretty irritating.
We're moving! Still moving! Are we stopping?
What do you mean the speed doesn't register? We're doing speed! Look,
The ground is moving! We got stuck because there was a military convoy that was parked on the side of the road, not in anyone's way, and everyone was looking at it.
Sanity has left the building.
I should have said that! As it happened, the museum was hosting a Sherlock Holmes exhibit. This is an actual prop from one of the Robert Downey Jr. movies. It wasn't as good as the books, but come on, it was still pretty cool. We got tickets to see the rest of the Sherlock exhibit, and then went to go wander around. This is a piece of the Orion capsule that was tested in space last December. It's the first spacecraft rated to carry humans that has ever left low Earth orbit since the Apollo missions. I had woken up at 5 in the morning to watch the test live on NASA's website, and here was a part of it right in front of us. The Sherlock Holmes exhibit was, frankly, a little underwhelming, but we still learned some interesting things in it. We got to see this original Eastman Kodak, as well as the patent for it with the designs. And we also got to see this old telegraph, which was still operational. We also learned that strychnine, arsenic, and nightshade were all Victorian-era beauty products. So that's interesting. After a nice lunch in the museum's gorgeous lobby, we went to go explore the museum's new building. It's still largely empty. One thing it does have, though, this place called the Discovery Zone. I'm honestly a little jealous that this place wasn't around when I was the right age for it. It's all so wonderfully tactile. On the outside of this section is one of the most genuinely heartwarming murals I can think of. There's a reassuring sense of being connected to the world that comes from this place. Maybe some of it comes from the beautiful views that you just can't help but stare at. Or the amazing volunteers. Or maybe it's the huge community of members, the largest of any science museum in the country, in fact. I think most of it, though, is to do with time. Some of the museum is very old, and some of it is very new, and all of it is right together. There are actually many generations of buildings in the museum. The Phipps Auditorium was built in 1940. You can still see what used to be the outside of the building, now on the inside of the building. The IMAX Theater was built 40 years later. My dad and I spent the evening here, watching a live feed from NASA, while the Phoenix rover landed on Mars. I think I love the museum for the same reason that I love science. It doesn't revere history, and it doesn't ignore history. It reflects back on what's been done before, it builds on it using modern advances, and all the while, keeps a cautious eye turned to the future. It's proud of its roots, but it's more proud of where it's headed now because of them.